Okay, this is the real Mario.
Maru? When did you get here?
I followed your mom, since you two were missing in action. I also was so intrigued on meeting Donnie, though we need our queen and princess. You two need to come back as soon as possible.
I can't just abandon Donnie. He's the reason I came here. If I abandon him, who's he gonna have left?
Your Highness, I understand your concern for Donnie, but you have royal duties as the princess of our domain. You can't just abandon your position. I'm afraid she's right, honey.
None?
Sweetheart, while your reasoning is pure, leaving with no notice at all is very irresponsible.
But Dottie's so lonely.
Yes, Sapphire. I'm fully well aware. But you are fully well aware that, as royalty, there is a process to this stuff. Not to mention we're needed back home to lead our sisters.
Shouldn't Donnie have a say? Since I am technically his girlfriend, more than a princess. So as princess, I won't move a single inch until Donnie has a say.
Sapphire, Donnie isn't royalty.
I, on the other hand, am, and will not move until Donnie has his say. Sapphire's right. We've been living with him for a full year now. You just got here. It's a little rude to come into a person's home to tell their significant other to come home in front of said person. As a queen, you should know better, Mom. You were right, Mom. I do care about Donnie. In fact, I also love Donnie, just like my sister. I personally thought this was a terrible idea at first. I was against this from the very start. But over time, I've come to see how sweet Donnie is. Those two have become very close. And when I tested them when we did our stunt, they both grew to embrace each other. Taking Donnie away from Sapphire, or Sapphire away from Donnie, sounds so mean.
Evil.
I'm not done. All this is going to accomplish is creating resentment. Think about how Sapphire feels. Wouldn't you feel a bit betrayed if you were told the same thing? I get that being a princess is very important. Heck, I'm also a princess. But it does not change that this is Sapphire's home. Now more is not our domain. Can there not be a compromise? What if Donnie came to
You very well know why. The Succubus realm is no place for a human. He'd be surrounded by tons of succubi, constantly in danger every day of his life. If he's drank too much, he will die.
Hello? Have you forgotten that we're succubi too? He'd be protected by us, since he'd be living in the palace.
You'd have to keep an eye on him every single day. If even one succubus smells his presence.
We'll make him our property. If we own him, our sisters will be hesitant to even touch him. Thus, he'd be protected by us.
This is an absolutely terrible idea. He's still a human and not supposed to be there.
Maybe so, but to be honest, I've always felt like I've never belonged. I've always felt like an outcast, be it brittle bones or just being me. While I do understand that there are rules involved here, evil's right. Sapphire and I are in a relationship, and yet here you are trying to tell Sapphire what to do when she's made up her mind. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with her being a princess, but I have to ask, were you going to let me see her if she did leave this house? Or were you going to cut us off from communicating with each other?
Honey.
You've seen how girls treated me through high school, completely ignoring me and not even giving me a chance. This was my one chance to actually have my first girlfriend, but now you're taking it away?
Honey,
What if I wanted to live with her? What if I want to go to her world? I love her and I want to be with her. And I won't just let you do this.
Are you really sure you want that? To live in our domain? You know that our world is a matriarchy. In our domain, you will not only have no rights as a man, but you will not have rights as a human. We really will have to own you.
As long as we own him, we'll protect him. Plus, he'd be in good hands since I'd be the one taking care of him. I'd feed him, wash him, and treat him with the proper care.
Very well. I'll have to return to notify the court. However, Donnie will be considered our property, in which you'll be Sapphire's pet.
Better than being forced to be a slave.